Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
Now we begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Here is Mr. Carlos, Son of General Kim Il-sung. 위너스는 내일 카로스 소스트라를 진성해.
listening to Voice of Korea News now. Respected Kim Jong-un sent a reply message to the President of the Republic of Namibia. The message reads, Your Excellency Sipeki Punyabamba, President of the Republic of Namibia, Windhoek. I express my deep thanks to you for your warm congratulations upon my re-election as the first chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK. I sincerely wish you and your people successes in the work for the economic development and prosperity of the country. Kim Jong-un, First Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, First Chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, May 16th, 103 or 2014, Pyongyang. An inaugural ceremony of the Swiss Committee for Remembering President Kim Il-sung was held in Basel on the 11th. A statement was adopted at the ceremony. The statement said that President Kim Il-sung devoted undying painstaking efforts for the reunification of Korea all his life and made great contributions to the world's revolution and the cause of human independence. It went on. The committee will take an active part in the International Internet Seminar on the Great Life and Immortal Exploits of President Kim Il-sung to be held in late June or early July. At the period of remembrance between June the 15th to July the 15th, 103 or 2014, and organize colorful events during the period. The Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK on the 17th issued Decree number 33 on awarding the title of Merited Artist of the DPRK to Ra Yu-mi, artist of Modern Bong Band. Second day meeting of the 9th National Meeting of Artists was held on the 17th. Speeches were made and the letter of pledge to the Workers' Party of Korea was adopted at the meeting. Chester Board declared the national meeting closed. A serious accident broke out at the construction site of apartment houses in Pyeongsan District, Pyongyang on the 13th, claiming lives. It is due to rough building works and irresponsible supervision and control. Directly after the accident, state emergency measure organ was set in motion to rescue the survivors, give medical treatment to the injured, and readjust the fear. The rescuing operation ended on the 17th. Minister of People's Security, General Officer of the Korean People's Internal Security Forces, Chairman of the Pyongyang City People's Committee, Chief Secretary of the Pyeongsan District Party Committee, and the senior officials concerned met on the spot to bereave the families of the victims, inhabitants of Pyeongsan District, and the citizens, and expressed deep sympathy and made an apology. The Chief Secretary of the Pyongyang City Party Committee said, informed of the accident, respected Marshal Kim Jong-un urged the leading officials of the party, state and army to command the rescuing operation immediately on the spot and gave detailed instructions to heal up the damage as soon as possible. The book General Review on Responses for Naturopathy in Korea was published in the DPRK. The book systematizes the results of the field survey and analysis of the stars, marks, streams, climate, and landscapes in different parts of the country, and the study of their physicochemical properties and components. The book in 5 volumes deals with the whole resources of the efficacious mineral waters and springs, modern tips effective for preventive treatment, tools for good health and longevity, climatic treatment, and landscape treatment with confirmed effectiveness. The therapy for hepatoma by medium waves has been recently established in the health service of the DPRK. Pyongyang Medical College Hospital of Kim Il-sung University introduced this therapy in treating hepatoma of less than 3 centimeters, having 96% accuracy. The therapy is carried out by a high-tech device parts of medium waves. At present, the research is being intensified to further improve the performance of the device and extend the scale of its application in keeping with the world trend of hepatoma treatment. 2014 to 2019 Intergovernmental Plan on Cultural Exchange between the DPRK and the People's Republic of Bangladesh was signed in Dhaka on the 14th. Present at the signing ceremony were Korean Ambassador to Bangladesh, D. Sun-jung, and his embassy staff members, and Bangladesh Minister of Culture, Asaduzzamon Noor, and officials concerned. The plan was signed by Korean Ambassador and Bangladesh Minister of Culture. The spokesman for the Central Committee of the Journalists Union of Korea gave a statement to media on the 17th. The statement said, "Data criticism on Pakistan's anti-popular maladministration and brutal murder is daily increasing at home and abroad as regards the disastrous Paris thinking. Then the public group instigates the Broadcasting and Communications Committee to report detailed reports on the disaster, while strengthening censorship, allowing news reports only in its favor. Since the accident, a lot of news reports of media organs were ordered to be revised or deleted, and many articles not blocked due to cut-off of internet connection. The authorities mobilized huge police forces to blockade the spot of the accident and strictly restrain or check the coverage of the families of the victims. They go so far as to make a reckless act of checking reports on the fierce anti-government struggle staged in all parts of South Korea against the Pakistanese group." KBS, another reptile media, repeatedly reported deceptive facts such as Pakistan's visit to the spot of the accident and apology, only following the news scenario written by the government. However, they neglected reports on the bereaved families in tears for the loss of their loved children, nor made reports on the rescuing operation. Together with the government, the reptile media completely gathered media organs that exposed the inhumane act of the authorities and reported the truth, branding them as not followers. Journalists who revealed the social evils and insisted on fair reports are detained, and progressive media organs become the target of suppression and shut-up. This is the present reality of the South Korean media. In order to calm down the people's resentment and divert elsewhere the attention of the public, the South Korean public group now further intensifies all kinds of anti-DPRK conspiratorial racket, such as the June 8th and nuclear threat of the North, by mobilizing conservative reptile media, including KBS and YTS. All facts clearly show that the so-called freedom of speech and impossibility of media control talked about by the authorities are no more than a sophistry to deceive the public at home and abroad, and the mastermind of slander against the DPRK is the Pakistanese group, the statement added. According to the South Korean KBS and NBC, officials concerned with the education declared their will to fight for the clarification of the truth of the thinking of various heroes and reformation of the present regime. More than 15,000 members of the Teachers Union made public a declaration of teachers on the 15th, insisting that the president, with neither will nor ability to defend the lives of people, has no ground to remain in power any longer. Earlier on the 13th, teachers of South Korea posted a declaration on the homepage of the Blue House demanding resignation of Park Geun-hye. Some 130 professors of the Yonsei University issued a statement on the 14th demanding proving the truth behind the very thinking. It abused that the government did not take positive measures for the accident and media made false reports. Meanwhile, South Korean university professors and scholars residing abroad issued a joint statement on the 13th, insisting that the South Korean authorities should be responsible for the very disaster, according to the South Korean KBS. The Solidarity for Democracy, People's Life, Peaceful Reunification and Sovereignty in South Korea released an appeal on the 13th. In the appeal, it said, in order to prevent recurrence of the similar disaster, clarification of the truth and punishment of those responsible should be made first of all. It urged those concerned with the very thinking to make public declaration of conscience for clarifying the truth. Meanwhile, the South Korean internet newspaper Voice of People ran an editorial on the 14th revealing crafty intention of the Park Geun-hye group's replacement of its close associate. The views that the government replaced the KBS news director with an apprentice of a high-ranking official of the Blue House instead of the man who played a main part in prosecuting former President Roh Moo-hyun to death at the post of the Chief Secretary for Civil Affairs of the Blue House, responsible for stopping the ferry disaster. According to South Korean KBS, more than 100 activists of civic and public organizations held a press conference in Seoul on the 14th, announcing their will to form an all-people major organization for clarifying the truth of the ferry disaster. That day, the roundtable conference of different strengths for measures against the ferry seawall disaster, involving more than 500 civic and public organizations, held a press conference in Seoul and announced the start of all-people action. According to South Korean CBS, on the 14th, a researcher of the U.S. Institute for Strategic and International Studies said the South Korean economy faces disorders due to the aftermath of ferry disaster, and especially medium and small industries and self-management firms suffer great loss. And that's the end of the news read by Kim Jong-il, with the Voice of Korea. The daily Rodong Sinmun of the DPRK carried a commentary on Sunday under the title, Flames of Mass Resistance Should Be Kindled. The commentary said, 34 years have passed since the Kwang's popular uprising in South Korea. The uprising was a heroic resistance to oppose the U.S. colonial rule and military fascist dictatorship over South Korea and realize the desire for independence, democracy, and reunification. The independence, democracy, and reunification were the earnest desires of the Kwang's resistance, but it has not been realized yet. The Park Geun-hye group more thoroughly depend on the United States in all fields of South Korea, including politics, economy, and culture, and totally obliterate even the basic successes in democracy achieved by the people at the cost of their blood, while reviving the past using fascist dictatorship. They are evading the responsibility for the hideous disaster of the ferry seawall caused by their treacherous rule and inflicting another death on the victims with words of immoral conduct. They seem to calm down the wrath of the people with the publication of a statement to the people and cabinet reshuffle. In a bid to divert the public attention elsewhere and get out of their worst ruling crisis, they resort to extraordinary provocations against the DPRK, such as malicious slander, drone incidents, and campaign to ferret out North followers, bringing the inter-Korean relations to greater catastrophe. The present reality of South Korea is little different from the situation of the times when the Kwang's popular uprising broke out and called for the awakening and rapid interaction of the progressive forces of both sections. The South Korean people of different traders should kindle fierce flames of the anti-Park Geun-hye, anti-government struggle, firmly united as one in the indomitable stamina and strong fighting spirit of the Kwang's resistance, and thus fully punish the popular offenders, the commentary stressed. That was the commentary under the title, Flames of Mass Resistance Should Be Kindled, carried in the daily Rodong Sinmun of the DPRK on Sunday. This is Voice of Korea. Now, you enjoy your female sex talk. Our leader Kim Jong-un, loved by the people.
Oh,
Please enjoy an orchestra music, Fascination.
focus on a chorus and orchestral music, our faith is one. listeners, these days too, many ladies come from the listeners to English and other language services of Voice of Korea in many countries. Many of them wanted to know about education of Korea. Makoto Saito in Miyagi Prefecture of Japan wrote in his letter that he was greatly surprised at the recent rapid progress in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea reported through internet, and that he is now making a study of the universal 12-year compulsory education in force in Korea. This time we tell you about the free compulsory educational system in Korea. Compulsory educational system of Korea. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea regards education of the rising generations as the most important of the state affairs and consistently concentrates efforts on it. When building a new society after liberation from the Japanese imperialist colonial rule, Korea abolished all kinds of tax burdens for education, including school fees forced by the Japanese imperialists before liberation, and applied unitary popular school fare system. The enforcement of the universal free educational system was declared by decision of the cabinet in March 48 or 1959, and as a result, all the working people and their children got rid of all sorts of tax burdens for education forever in Korea. The complete enforcement of the universal 11-year compulsory education in the wake of the universal 9-year technical compulsory education was not a national event, which realized the cherished desire of the Korean people for education of their children on a higher level. It was also a historic event that brought about an active progress in the consolidation and development of our social educational system and in the cultural revolution. Not only school education, but also social education and all forms of education of learning while working are all given at the state expense. So the universal free educational system of Korea is very wide, comprehensive, and universal in its objects and spheres. Thanks to such educational policy, Korea has become a country without illiterates where the universal free compulsory education is being completely enforced. It has changed into a country with a well-organized educational system of learning while working, and a country of education with many universities and colleges and millions of intellectuals. Today, Korea has become a dignified military power with a nuclear deterrent force, and a man-made also satellite manufacturer and launcher. Korean-style CNC technology and flexible production system have been introduced in different sectors of the national economy, and independent, modern, heavy and light industry bases and a load of grand monumental creations built in Korea. It is associated with the merits of the scientists of new generation who have grown up under the universal 11-year compulsory education. On September 25th, 101 or 2012, the proposition of the 12th Second People's Assembly of the DPRK promulgated a law on enforcing universal 12-year compulsory education. As a matter of fact, the enforcement of the universal 12-year compulsory education is based on great intellectual and material potentiality. The universal 12-year compulsory education is enforced, though there are many things to be desired, which is another great benefit given by the motherland to rising generations. It's understood that the enforcement of the universal 12-year compulsory education intensely showing the noble outlook of the working part of Korea on the rising generations and the future as a new high stage of the 11-year compulsory education. With the enforcement of the universal 12-year compulsory education, a solid jumping board was made to train a large number of competent reserve talents who can meet the demand of the era of knowledge-based economy. And Korea has a full guarantee to become a scientific and technological power and an economic power in the 21st century. As a result, from this year, the educational system is in force, which consists of 1-year pre-school kindergarten education, 5-year primary school education, and secondary education of 2 stages, with a 3-year junior secondary school and 3-year senior secondary school. The future of Korea will be infinitely bright and wealthy, thanks to the universal 12-year compulsory educational system, which can train a greater number of competent personnel, an excellent educational system under which all can learn to their heart's content free of charge. We've told you about the pre-compulsory educational system of Korea. Dear listeners, thank you for your attention. Please read to the next turn. You've been listening to our radio program, Listeners Music. This is Voice of Korea. Please enjoy your female quartet, My Blessed Country. Dance music, Donald Bunch, Night of Pyongyang.
With this, we conclude Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 14,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz and 13,650 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz. And between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Good night, this is Pyongyang.